The Trump route has shaken Iranian political and expert circles. Some are even saying that what has happened is worse than the Treaty of Gulistan, which had fateful consequences for Iran, completely changing the geopolitical reality of the South Caucasus.
At the beginning of the 19th century, Tsarist Russia intensified its foreign policy in the Transcaucasus. Throughout the 18th century, the Russian Empire was preparing its political plan to take control of the region, and this only became a reality at the beginning of the 19th century. In 1801, eastern Georgia was annexed.
Under the Treaty of Gulistan, Shunik and Artsakh were ceded to Russia. It was from 1813 that Russia established itself in our region, and from that day on, for exactly 210 years, Russian influence here was not even disputed. And now events have begun that have ultimately led to the agreements regarding the Trump route in Shunik.
On February 10, 1828, with the Treaty of Turkmenchay, the Khanates of Yerevan and Nakhichevan also came under Russian rule. This means that the greater part of eastern Armenia came under Russian rule within the first 3 decades of the 19th century.
After Gulistan, the situation was so fragile that a new war in the region was inevitable. At the instigation of the British, the Persian Shah attacked again and was defeated again. This led to the Treaty of Turkmenchay, which formed a new, fundamental Iranian-Russian settlement in the South Caucasus. Today, the borders of Armenia and Azerbaijan with Iran are drawn precisely by Turkmenchay, and the author was Griboyedov, who was Russia's ambassador in the peace negotiations. It was through his efforts that hundreds of thousands of Armenians, displaced 200 years earlier, were returned from New Julfa.
The Persians, who signed those 2 treaties, never violated them for 2 whole centuries. Already in the first months of the Great Patriotic War, Soviet troops entered Iranian territory. This meant that Russia did not keep its word that there should be eternal peace between the 2 states, but Persia remained faithful to it.
Paris and London, St. Petersburg, and Constantinople all were forced to come to terms with the new reality. Not only today's borders, but also the basic demographic picture were created by the Russians through the treaties of Gulistan and Turkmenchay. And what is happening today is viewed in Iranian expert circles as a challenge to the 200-year-old status quo. Ani Hovhannisyan, ReOpen Media.